Hello, to Tier. I can't remember what round it is now. Actually, it's pretty bad of me. I think it's round. Is it round 6 or round 7 now? It's one of the two.
Round 7, I think.
Round 7. Okay. Yep. So this is Tier 1, and it's the big boys at it again at the Circuit of Americas, COTA. Commentator for today, Racer, and also we've got Varamir in the studio as well. Welcome, Varamir.
Hi, Racer.
Hello. Right, so yeah, we've got interesting race. Obviously, it looks. Oh, Nolan. The big story is Nolan is racing. There was talk earlier on the day that he wouldn't be able to do it, but he is in. So good competition. Al currently on provisional pole as always, a top threat. Raikkonen as well. But and let's not forget Fruitful Coop, currently in P12, but he's always been so far this year. At the top end, the order. Who are we going to think for pole? What's going to happen here? Do you reckon? Because I know it's not done a time yet.
Yeah, Nolan hasn't got time yet. Raikkonen obviously went first as the sub 31 time, so that was quite impressive, and that was quite early on as well. So with the track evolution, I think he's going to get a really good time. Alcatir's currently out of fuel, so he's slowly getting around the track. Not ideal, but like I say, he's on pole. But yeah, all to play for. See what Nolan's got on him.
Yeah, we were now. Apologies. I'll also just, put this out here. Apologies for the late start on the stream. We had a technical issue with not having the Twitch account linked. I had to just wait for yesterday's user to unlink it, but it's all good now. So that was the reason. Apologies for that. Thankfully, we haven't missed the crucial part of qualifying, obviously determining everyone's final laps to see if they can improve on their current positions, and of course the full race. Which, if you're new to Contest of Speed, we do a 50% race distance. So the race was it 28 laps, isn't it, round here? It's 28 laps.
28.
Yeah, so normally a mixture. I mean, some tracks it's a one stop, other tracks it's a two stop. Is more effective. Around here it is the one stop. Either soft to mediums is what most people will be doing. Definitely the top 10 will be doing that strategy of soft to medium. There might be others who start on the medium tyre going to the soft. Not going to see anyone starting on the hards on purpose anyway. The hard tyre is just not quick enough. And the medium can last. It's more of an issue with just that soft tyre in that opening phase overheating. That's for me, that's the trickiest part of this race, is at that beginning with the heavy car.
Yeah, for sure. The overheating going through the S's in particular, you get the first few corners are great, but you're coming out of the S's and that's you're in the red, and that's when you lose all your traction and just slide off the track. But I think the tier 1 guys will probably know. Maybe not so much for the tier 3, but if you underfuel your car a lot, and obviously you drop your tyre pressures, that does help a lot with the overheating issues. So yeah, I ran I think 26 laps of fuel yesterday, ran in lean for the majority of the race.
Wow.
And finished the race with just I ran in lean for sectors 1 and 3, and then just ran in rich on an overtake for the straights, and yeah, got me over the line. And saved me with the sort of tyre heating issues, and I think that is what Fruitful has said he's going to do as well. So
yeah, it's at the moment. Is there going to be any rain forecasted? Is it getting? Probably isn't.
What I've read just now is it's dry all race. So.
Okay, all right, so they got it easy then.
Yeah.
It was a bit stressful.
Carnage of the Monday and the Tuesday race.
Yeah, yeah.
If you have you read the chat, Racer? Perry just said about
Yeah, I'm just
final 2 minutes 30 of qualifying. Nolan's on his outlap now. the track actually looks like it's like the weather's set in a little bit. I'm not sure if there's any rain just yet, but it's certainly gone cloudier.
And the thing is, what I noticed as well with this is in a practice quality like yesterday, when it does get cloudy, the track temperature drops. It's really tricky, I found, to get an improved lap. So don't be surprised if we don't see many improvements, unless you have people who generally just gotten that much better in this last run. So Altakir is starting his final run.
From what I've been looking at, people are slipping. People are really struggling.
The temperature's dropping.
Yeah, I can't see Mitch. Mitch is the only improvement I see on track so far.
Well, Al's coming up to the first sector, or he's already done the first sector. Al is currently, it doesn't say, I've just missed the first sector time, but he's the first one, or I think one of the first ones who's going to complete their lap times here. So he's going along the back straight now. So back straight on overtaking mode, DRS fully open, down to the heaviest braking point on the track, the left-hander. And this last sector is completely different to the rest of the track. Very tight, hard on the rear tyres and the front tyres as you're braking while steering. Always a tricky one to get that apex. If you brake out a little bit too late, it's a bit like Bahrain with that double left-hander. Because you're turning while braking, you brake out a little bit too late. It's so clumsy, but you just miss the apex. Brake a bit early, you feel like you've broken way too early. Coming into the final turn now, Al, is he going to improve on his previous best? It's a little minor improvement, 130.467. So who else? We've got Raikkonen's backed out, Simply Rush has. Who else have we got?
Harrison David, we got
Mitch.
Nolan.
What a shame for Mitch. He would have gone on provisional pole. He moved up into P5, but unfortunately it was an invalidated lap time. So no improvement.
Nolan's just coming into sector 3 now. He's going on to Rocco's roundabout.
So here we go, Nolan. Oh, he runs a bit wide. Will that mean he gets his lap time invalidated?
Should be okay.
Here we
Here
come.
we go. Oh, he's not going to be happy with that.
130.7 into P2, though. Much better than his previous position. Raikkonen's in the pits.
He's not going to be happy.
Harrison David, what's he going to do? He moves up to 5th. Now have the two Renaults. Simply Rush has already finished, so it's Javi coming across the line to improve. He improves on lap time, but not in position. Matrix now. What can he do? Into the final corner he goes. Currently P8, 131.5. Runs a bit deep though. Has he improved? He does. Up into P6. Great. Once again, another solid qualifying for Matrix. Really improving on that wheel now. He just needs to get the races under his belt. Who else have we got? I think that's it because Mitch has done... Oh no, Mitch is going for another lap, is he? No, he's not, surely. No, he's going in the pits. So that will conclude it.
Yeah, I think Fruitful tried his best to qualify on the mediums, but yeah, just there's about a 1.2 second drop off, I believe, and he just couldn't get it together. So yeah, but he did try his best to get into the top 10 on the mediums.
So there we go. We've got Altakir on pole, Nolan P2, Raikkonen 3rd, Simply in 4th, Harrison David 5th, Matrix 6th, Javi 7th, Alp in 8th, Mitch 9th, Charlie 10th, and then Jamie Carlsbury, Big Slater, Fruitful Coot, Thomas, Jay Ghost and Bullet Boy. So from Jamie 1S to Bullet Boy, they will have fresh set of tyres and a free choice. I wonder how many will go on the medium. Fruitful as well, he didn't manage to get a lap in at the end, like obviously on that medium tyre, so way down in P14 and a lot of work to do.
Got the two Williamses as well in PT, my day job. P2 and P3. So I think they're going to have to, yeah, attack Al, maybe go for the undercut and really put Al on under pressure. But at least they've got that at their disposal now, haven't they?
That's it, exactly. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Obviously, we didn't get a full dry race yesterday, but I think there's going to be a cracking battle between Al and Nolan. Nolan saying he hasn't had time to practice at all, so he is coming into this with fresh, really. So he will be learning. I would expect him to be improving quite considerably during the race. But at first, Al's got to take his opportunities to pull away. But it's only 2/10 in the end between first and second. The top five separated by half a second as well. So really close for Tier 1. That's probably one of the more closer qualies we've had in Tier 1.
Yeah, all the way down to P11 really.
Yeah, in the second.
Yeah, really good times. Yeah, and I think going back to what the running theme for the Monday and Tuesday as well was starting in P2 round here is a really good position. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
See how the Top Guns defend, what their sort of manoeuvre would be. Okay, so
wait, let's spot for. Yep, predictions and spot for anyone who presses X. So predictions, I think, Nolan's pace was pretty good.
Nolan clicked it.
Oh,
naughty.
If it's a straight-on battle, it's as always going to be between Al, Raikkonen, and Nolan. Nolan obviously shown the pace before, but I'm gonna go with Al. I'm gonna stick with Al for the win.
Yeah, he's been really solid this season, but I am gonna go for an out of the box, and I'm gonna go with Raikkonen for the win.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I actually think Fruitful is gonna make some really good ground up on the medium to the soft. Like if he can avoid any damage, the medium to soft is still a really good strategy. It's just so slow for qualifying.
Yeah.
But the soft will be consistent from lap 2 onwards. It won't really drop off, but you only get the benefit from the first 2 laps, I think, from the soft tyre over the mediums. But then from lap 2 onwards, or lap 3 onwards, say, the medium and the soft, they're pretty much the same speed. So, yeah. I wouldn't write Fruitful off here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's being on that medium tyre. If you're at the back, interesting. Jay Ghost and Bullet Boy, they've gone on softs. Now they will have a great start, but again, they're still going to struggle. So there we go. Now, I feel like this track, out of all the tracks, you don't really need to do much tyre warming. The tyres, especially the softs, can get up temperature so quickly.
Yeah, just drive around normally on the softs, I think, around this track for sure. But I think with the mediums, you do have to give a little bit more. Yesterday, I struggled to get mine up to I tried to get mine up to about 95 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
And I did only just about manage that in the final sector, so... Yeah, a little bit of work with the mediums, but yeah, the soft, like you said, just take it easy on the formation lap. And obviously, yeah, you still get wear, don't you, on the formation lap? So
yeah, you got to be careful.
Nearly a collision there. Javi, yeah, I thought so. Javi just went into the back of Alphamut.
So both of them. Yeah, reset to the grid. Luckily, towards the end, but doesn't it reset the tyre temps if you get put to the grid?
Yeah, if you get reset, it does.
Yeah. Fortunately, this track you can get up to temperature pretty quickly.
Yeah, Matrix is picking up the speed now on the wheel, so I'd like to see him get a decent result. But it's about that consistency, isn't it? And maybe the 1 lap pace is there, but maybe managing the car over tyre wear. Well, here we go.
Here we go. So it's 3, 4 lights, 5 lights. We're ready, and it's go at US of A, and it's Al Takir. He's got a great start from Nolan. The Renault, oh, he's leaving the door open for the Williams of Raikkonen to have a look, but on the outside of that turn 1, you can get a good run, but he had to back out. So Al's got it, and the Williams of Raikkonen has got him to P3. Any issues at the back?
No, we're looking good so far. Looked like a clean getaway for everyone.
Yeah.
See any drop-offs. Charlie lost 3 positions, and Big Slater and Jamie also dropped back, but nothing. No major spins.
Yeah, so far so good. There's a Renault in the background having a look, and the Force Indias have made Bullet Boy.
Great start, Bullet Boy, unbelievable start.
Oh, and the McLaren gets out of shape. I think that was Colesbury, but Bullet Boy is up into PA already, and on fresh softs. And this is the thing: if you can get your softs, his teammate didn't get nearly as good of a start, but he's got fresh softs. He's going to have such an advantage at this early stage with the grip, particularly in this final sector. And Fruitful Coot, he's made some places. He's up into P10. And here he goes again. Bullet Boy down the inside of Mitch.
Great move. Great.
It's so.
We've had Carlsbury run really wide there.
Fruitful Coot. Fruitful Coot, has he got wing damage? No, but Haas has. Oh, they're all over the place here. There's a Racing India. Oh, Racing Point!
Oh, Jago's, he's gone. Jago's spun out.
And a few people having to pit.
Yeah, Jamie in the pits, Carlsbury in the pits.
And Fruitful. Oh no, sorry, not Fruitful. My bad. Fruitful's just dropped a load of positions. But yeah, pretty dramatic second part of that first lap. But at the front, they're all still keeping reasonably close to each other. Bullet Boy's now P7. He's got past Matrix. He's an absolute storming opening lap. That must be one of the laps of the year, surely, from any of these races.
Yeah, 10 places. That's what car is Bullet Boy in? Just to reference.
Racing Point. Racing Point.
He's in the Racing Point.
Not fourth. Not anything else. I didn't mention anything else. I'm still in 2018.
He had a bit of a sloppy exit there, but Mitch was right on the back of Matrix going through the S's. Just had a bit of a slow exit coming down the straight.
And Bullet Boy's up in a P6. Sorry.
Wow. No, go for it.
I just spotted it. He's got past Javi. He's absolutely flying, and he's got loads of ERS as well. But this is what happens if you can get a great start without fresh softs. It's like he's on a different. It's like he's on a different compound, and even softer, like super soft tire. He's just on the limit at the moment. It's fantastic driving from him.
Jay goes for the I think the first 3-second penalty.
Yeah, I believe so. So Bullet Boy.
DRS enabled now. Let's see. We'll see some more moves, but Bullet Boy right on the back of Simply.
Yeah, he had a little thing, but when he backed out of the ERS, you knew saving it for the back straight. The only thing is, Simply might get DRS as well, so he's got to take his chances. As Charlie now gets a 3-second penalty as well. And the two Ferrari guys, the two Ferrari teammates, they are 11th and 12th, battling out as Bullet Boy gets a good turn in, but Simply got a better drive, taking a little wider line. But here we go, Simply did not get DRS, so here comes Bullet Boy to take P5.
Yeah, that's an easy move. Like maybe a switchback, like Perry kept doing yesterday. This might be on.
Now defend that line, and you're all good to go. So Bullet Boy up into a fantastic P5. And yeah, that's crazy. That is unreal speed in the opening lap.
For sure. Al looks really comfortable so far in the lead. not really using that much ERS, and Nolan's having to use a fair bit more to stay with him. But I think that was with the opening couple of laps, he expended most, and now with the DRS enabled, I think he's just gonna tag along with him all race. To be honest, it's so strong around here.
Yeah, Charlie gets speeding in the pit lane. So Charlie already pitting lap 3.
And Fruitful up to P10 and P11. 5 seconds back from Mitch, but that will start to close in, I'd say, and then probably
next couple of laps.
Yeah, 2 more laps will start to come back in.
Yeah, those softs are going to be obviously they're worn softs on Mitch, so they've already done 3 laps on top of the formation lap and the 4 laps off action here. So those mediums quite a bit fresher.
Raikkonen's pushing hard to stay with his teammate and Al at front. He's really low now. He's gone down to near enough 10% ERS.
Yeah, Bullet Boy wasn't able to close in on to the Mercedes. I think it's the gap staying at 1.3 with Harrison David in 4th. So maybe those soft tyres starting to equal out now. He had the advantage of those first few laps. But now it's much more of a level playing field.
Definitely.
And,
I think
very level.
In terms of strategy, what do you think would be the go-to?
Honestly,
stop for the soft runners?
I think lap 9. I think because you want to be pitting, you want to be undercutting. The undercut is so valuable. I feel the earliest lap that you can get away with is the best lap to pit. Definitely as well if you're in a battle. If you're in a group of people and you want to pass them, undercut them. Because if they'll only pit a lap later because they will want to respond. So they've only got a lap fresher tyres than you, but you've made the positions. If you're in that group, so to me it's a no-brainer. Like pit as early as you can.
Ooh, Nolan with 3 seconds. That's going to be big towards the end of the race.
Absolutely, and he's also just outside of DRS range, so he won't be getting DRS this time either. So he's going to have to respond by using ERS, which he does. He's on overtake while Al is on high range.
Yeah, he's just got to keep it cool now. And
Harrison's down the inside of Raikkonen. Sorry, he's got the DRS. Raikkonen couldn't, and Harrison is up at a P3. But yeah, it's Nolan now outside that DRS zone, 1.1, and Raikkonen got called out as well. Harrison's looking pretty quick. He's already dropping Raikkonen, so maybe Raikkonen's already suffering with issues with those tyres.
Yeah, and even with the ERS, perhaps he's thinking to have to manage that. But yeah, from looking at that exit there, looks like his tyres are.
His teammate Nolan also went even wider. And Harrison.
The overheating. It's got to be the overheating.
Yeah, I think that's the issue.
It's too early for them to be, wearing to the point where they're sliding. It must be the overheating issues. But with the pitting for the undercut, if you're feeling that bad, I'd say lap 7 going on to the mediums is still viable, and the undercut is so strong.
Nolan's really struggling. He's lost 0.8 of a second on this lap, and it's this first sector. The car is all over the place.
Harrison with 3 seconds. He's got the pace. Just needs to keep
Nolan.
It clean. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, he has lost. He's 2.2. Those tyres, his setup, and the way he's driving, those tyres are overheated because he's lost a massive amount of time in this first sector, and he is under pressure. And I don't think he's all right on ERS. But here comes Harrison. I would have tried going on the inside line. Nolan's going to run a bit deep with those tyres. They're not going to have any traction whatsoever.
Round the outside for Harrison.
Oh, this is brave. He'll try and squeeze him, but he's there still. And he's got that inside line. Oh, he gets a drift on. But he makes the move.
Spin from Nolan. Harrison pushes Nolan out wide. I don't think he'll be too happy with that.
I think that's fair. He was side by side with him. He lost the rear end, but he was comfortably side by side with him. But Harrison's probably got issues with, and they're both pitting. So they're pitting lap 6. That's really early.
Yeah.
That's really early.
But it'd be interesting what Al does up front now, whether he goes another lap or two, because the undercut is so strong. Like it's
Yeah,
2 seconds a lap, so or 1.5 seconds a lap. So I wouldn't be surprised if a change of the lead here after the pit phase is done.
but his tyres towards the end of the race will be a massive difference. But he was able to really pull a massive gap on that last lap, and also it depends on where they all come out, and they're in traffic. That's the thing. Harrison and Nolan are actually no, they're all right. They're in cleared. They're not in traffic. Sorry, so they are able to hit the lap times now, but they've pitted so early. Like those mediums, if they've struggled to make the softs last, they're not going to get the mediums. So I think they're looking to two-stop, you know, because if they can't make the softs last, pitting this early is surely not going to work.
Nolan's messaging on the Twitch feed, so whether he paused the game or whether he did that in the pit stop,
Probably
I
in the
don't know,
pits.
but yeah, still impressive.
So Al is 4.6 ahead of Raikkonen. Raikkonen's is under pressure from Bullet Boy. Those Williams guys both have really struggled with their tyres. And I wouldn't be surprised if Raikkonen pits. Yeah, that car is super nervous. And he is. Raikkonen goes in the pits. And so too just Simply. And Mitch.
A nice battle going on now with Simply, Mitch and Javi. They're all just behind each other. And who's jumped the gun? We've got Simply's going to cover off Mitch. But yeah, Javi's having a great race so far.
So here we go. Raikkonen, Harrison. So Al is pitted and come out ahead of Harrison still. So he did decide to pit the lap later. Fair enough.
Interesting. Al has gone on the hard tyres.
Wow. So he obviously feels that you wouldn't be able to do a two-stop. Maybe the wheel wears the tyres out more. I don't know. Using a wheel might be.
Maybe he's having the overheating issues as well, but
it did look hot. It looked very hot on certain camera angles. There was a real track haze, so maybe there's high temperatures which are causing these issues.
I don't know. We'll see if how that comes into play later, but I really think the mediums from lap 7 onwards, or even 6 onwards, it will still make it to the end, and the drop-off isn't massive. But yeah, interesting.
These guys, I mean, if they'll try and make the one-stop work, but I don't know. I think they might go for the two-stop. I'm not sure, but we'll find out. So far we got Bullet Boy. He is still yet to pit, and I think this is a mistake by Bullet Boy because he's not really going to gain a massive amount more by pitting later and having that much fresher medium tyres, unless he's wanting to safely do the one-stop. That's the only thing I'm thinking. Because if he does the one-stop, I think he has a chance of beating the guys who, if they do two-stop, I think he has a good chance of beating them. Nolan is the fastest lap off the race, and he's only a second behind Harrison.
Yeah, I can't see, unless you've had an incident and got some damage, I can't see anyone doing a two-stop.
I don't.
Unless you're outside the top 10 and you want to get the fastest lap, I can't see anyone doing a two-stop.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
But yeah, Bullet Boy, for me, he had a great start to the race, and he's seen all the guys pit before him anyway, so they're going to get the undercut. So why not run an alternate strategy? You run a little bit longer and see what you've got later on with fresher tyres. So, yeah, it's good to see. I'm glad he's done that, and it's really put this up in the mix for later on in the race.
So Al,
Nolan on the back of Harrison again.
Yep. And Nolan has DRS while Harrison does not. Nolan brakes very late, but makes the apex.
Harrison is toying with low fuel. His light keeps coming on and off, so. But that shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah. So Bullet Boy finally pits at the end of lap 9. And another person pits. So Fruitful inherits the race lead for now, having yet to stop. Now again, Nolan has DRS. He's close enough. He's going to make a move on Harrison. He does. Terrible camera angle. He runs a bit deep. Will there be an undercut by the Mercedes? Oh no, there isn't. The Mercedes in the end dropped way off. So I don't know what happened there. Well, Al got past Big Slater in the battle for third rather. So Al crucially trying to keep himself ahead of Nolan. Nolan really quick on these medium tyres.
Yeah, he's looking good. He needs to get past Slater by the straight. He has to get past Slater by the straight. I think Sector 3 is where the sort of top guys have been excelling more than, say, the F1.5.
Well, Al is not using DRS, weirdly. I don't know if he has a DRS fault, but he didn't use any DRS at all on that back straight.
If I was Thomas now, I would defend hard because he wants to give Fruitful the best.
Oh,
possible.
what a nice move though from Al.
That was a great move. Oh, Thomas running wide.
And look at this,
These guys
Nolan. Nolan's having a look down the inside of Thomas. He has to do it now. Nolan should be much quicker than Al because he's on the medium and Al is on the hard. So
Harrison, 3 seconds.
yeah, another 3 seconds.
Yeah, if Thomas is playing the teammate game here, it looks to me like he's holding him up as much as he can. Give Fruitful the best opportunity.
Oh, the Williams brakes super late. That was I was like, at that rate, he's going to hit the back of Al as well. In the end, he did not make the move stick.
No, we've got Simply making a move on Matrix around the outside. Matrix holds
good move.
firm, well done.
Yep, good move as well. Nolan's got past Big Slater. And Nolan is in the DRS of Al as well, so I'm expecting Nolan to be able to make the move very soon. So here we go, we're going to go on board. So here comes Nolan. He's going to catch Al. He might do a late dive bomb. He moves to the outside. Nice driving from Al. Al is a very good driver at holding his track position.
Yeah, there's a nice move here that Nolan can make, but Al defends it. Excellent, holds up tighter line.
I find it quite easy to defend that corner. Just don't brake too late. Keep it tight.
Yeah, definitely. I think Jacob was doing to me, he was kind of putting it in the middle, and that was a great way of blocking. If you went too narrow, then you'd obviously.
Oh, he's at the back of Al.
Bit of contact.
Is there wing damage?
Carbon come off. I didn't see any come off, so we're all good.
So here we go. Oh, terrible camera angle here.
He dives it down the inside. No. Al holds it again.
And now the Mercedes is right there.
And obviously Harrison's right on the back.
Oh, Raikkonen's retired.
And Raikkonen's out, yeah. See where that is. Just follow Carlsbury, see where we are.
He was down the straight. Oh, in the pit lane, so he's retired.
Pit lane,
yeah, I mean, surely now Nolan is going to have that straight line speed. He's going to again hit the back.
Of him again.
Still no damage, but now surely Al is not going to be able to hold him back.
No, he's right on his gearbox.
He'll use all the ERS he can, but DRS is just too much, surely. Oh, he's going to go for it again. Oh, that's dodge. Oh, and his teammate.
A late dive by Harrison David there.
Oh,
great move. Late on the brakes, but Al he's getting feisty now, and this is where you've got to keep it cool. He's on the harder tyres. They will come back to him at the end of the race.
That's it. These guys did pit very early. I am surprised he went on the hard, though. I think that probably is an error, because I think the medium could last. I think lap 8 is possible. Lap 9 would have been absolutely fine. I just think these guys doing on lap 7, they can obviously do it, but those mediums are going to be wrecked.
Yeah, I think Fruitful on his mediums and the likes of Thomas as well. As I say that, no, that's Slater. Slater's just pitted.
Oh, and Bullet Boy's just gone down the inside of Thomas. So Bullet Boy with those fresher mediums will be looking to come back into that battle. And particularly at the end of the race, he's going to be much quicker, much better shape than the guys ahead of him. He's 3 laps fresher tyres than the top guys on the mediums. So those 3 laps could be crucial.
I like to see how the gap closes between Nolan and Fruitful now. There was a 7.3 second gap, so Fruitful could be on for a good race. It really depends how he can make these mediums last, and he doesn't preemptively jump on the softs too soon.
Nolan under threat from Harrison. Harrison's got the DRS, but just not quite close enough.
Yeah, Racer's just said what I was thinking actually. If Racer Brown, sorry.
Yeah.
Al should just hang in the back of the DRS, hold on for as long as he can, and then, well, I think if it was me, maybe start attacking with 3 laps to go, but similar to how Robin, how Real Our Life yesterday waited with Perry and then attacked him in the last 2 laps.
The one thing Al has got on his side is he has no penalties. Nolan and Harrison, I believe, have 6 seconds worth of penalties. So if he can keep in this radar, Al was still going to win the race. So, or win the battle, obviously. There is Fruitful, who has had a really good opening stint. I don't think Fruitful's going to be close enough to challenge for the win today, but definitely I think a top 6 is in the cards for Fruitful.
Harrison, another 3 seconds.
Yeah, there you go. Bullet Boy is only 1.9 behind Al now. We'll say that it's now gone to 2. But Al is keeping those guys honest. He's not letting them get too far ahead. But he's about half a second a lap slower, 0.6 of a lap slower with those hard tyres, which is about right, to be fair. In fact, he is, I think, still slightly quicker. If everyone was on the hard tyre, he would be the fastest guy on track. But here comes Harrison. He's closing up. He's making a move down the inside of the Williams. And I think he's done it. The Williams has to go on the runoff, which is going to be dodged. But Harrison tries to shut the door. Now, I don't know whether that's fair for the Williams. He was off the track to be able to then take the position. But he runs really deep. Is his tyres already struggling with overheating issues? As he lets the Mercedes through. But then tries to go back past him down the inside, which they're almost touching. And they do.
Yeah, he comes out of this corner, he runs wide again.
Oh,
right the back of him, is he going to make a move?
I think they're struggling.
The final turn, excellent.
I think they're struggling with keeping the tyre temperatures down. Because all of a sudden, they do a little battle.
For me, obviously they're going to say it's setup, but they seem to be pushing in all the high traction areas, and that's causing the overheating issues. It seems really unusual for them to be losing the car like they are, and the only explanation I have is they're pushing so hard in all the high traction zones. Yeah,
because Al's been able to close right up on them with that scrap, which has helped him tremendously.
Yeah, this is going to fall into Fruitful's hands as well. You know, as 6 seconds or thereabouts.
It makes me think more and more these guys are two-stopping, because they get really close. I mean, Nolan surely's going to make the move here on Harrison.
At this rate, with the way that they're driving, I think they'll have to do the 2-stop.
And the Williams shuts the door just before the braking. That's on the verge of being on the racing limits. The Mercedes is a little look on the inside. And they brake a bit deep. The Mercedes is diving down the inside. Oh! No contact, no.
Giving Simply a little bit of a look as well. He's eyeing Thomas up now on 7 lap fresher tyres.
Yeah, the Ferrari guys are going to be looking at pitting probably in the next 4 laps. I'd say lap 19, lap 20, something like that.
Yeah. So obviously Harrison's got great pace, but he's cutting a lot of corners. He's picking up warning after warning, penalty after penalty, and he's just ruining his race right now.
It's so easy to do around here. And yeah,
Is that talking from experience?
That is that is definitely talking from experience. Don't do penalties, kids. Yeah, it's
Fruitful, 3 seconds.
ooh. Okay, I still think Fruitful's got sixth place. He should be able to get
Well,
sixth place.
I think. Let's have a look. I'm just gonna have a look at the penalties quickly. Yeah, he's just picked up his first penalty. The guys around him have got a lot of penalties, apart from Al, who hasn't even got a warning yet. I would say a podium is on for Fruitful.
His thing is, they're catching him, aren't they?
They are catching him, but them soft tyres are going to be so strong with the lighter fuel load.
He's going to be... How many seconds do you lose in a pit stop round here? 24, maybe? 22, 24?
Yeah, 22, I think, yeah.
Yeah, so if he's at the moment...
Gap, but...
He's not going to be 4 seconds clear. I think they're going to be almost behind him by the time he pits. So that's going to... He's not going to be able to catch 22 seconds up in the space of 8 laps. Like, that's
I would go...
I think he can definitely get top. I think he can definitely get to P6. Maybe he can get to Bullet Boy, possibly. But I think P6 at the moment is probably on track anyway, the closest that you can get to. Obviously, post penalties, different story.
Well, I'm going to be the optimist, and I'm going to go with a Fruitful podium.
Yeah, I'm pessimist. He's not getting He's not going to get there. On track, he might. He might get there on penalties, though. I'm not counting that out. But
Mitch battling Thomas now, just before the S's. I think he got that done in the braking zone. So good work there, Mitch.
Jamie gets a penalty, and he's pitted in P16. Is he going to retire, or is he generally pitting for a tyre change? Oh no, changing to the medium. So Jamie is down in P16. With just one retiree at the moment, that is Raikkonen, who retired in the pits earlier. Thomas is looking to get past Mitch again. Mitch is defending without the DRS.
Nolan just he nearly lost it then coming out of that corner. He did a huge drift.
You only save them if you have a wheel. Pads, no chance. And Harrison gets another 3-second penalty.
I'm going to have to look at him for a lap and see what exactly he's cutting, because he's getting a penalty almost every single lap.
Got the t-shirt.
Oof. 2, 3. I'm going to put it out there. I don't think Harrison Davids is finishing this race.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's looking bad.
That was my aim.
What is the cut-off? Is it 10 penalties?
I'm not sure, actually. Depends. Depends on how the game feels, I always find. Nolan gets another penalty.
Yeah.
But
well,
still.
If Nolan got a penalty for cutting that corner, and Harrison cut it with an extra yard, so...
And we've lost Big Slater from internet. The internet world has disconnected with Big Slater, so his AI now will be running him in P12. So hopefully he can get back in.
Yeah, Al's just sitting comfortably now. He's not really using much ERS either, so... Great race by Al so far. Like, I know we say it every single week, but he's gonna get the 2-spell. Is he gonna get the 2-spell award for penalties?
I think he will. And the Fruitful finally pits. So Fruitful's
he's got one warning.
So that's it now. Lap 19. So he's got 10 laps on the soft tyre.
Yeah, so what's the odds then, Ricky, on a Harrison disqualification? I put it down for disqualified by lap 24.
Yeah, I
At
think he
least
can do it. I think he can still rate a finish, but it's
I
not
don't
my
think
turn to be
so.
optimist.
Your time, unless he becomes remarkably clean. There we are. He just cut that corner as well. If he becomes remarkably clean in the next 9 laps, then yeah.
Yeah, it's I suppose a long way to go.
But this track is so easy. It's so easy to pick up penalties and warnings. So, no, I'm not blaming anybody. But I think at this point Harrison just wants to battle people. I think he just wants to have a bit of fun.
Yeah. Oh, yellow's sector 1 and 2. So this is the crunch point now of the race. Oh no. So where is that?
Around the S's, is it? Oh no, you said sector 2.
Yeah, it must have been, yeah. It was
Yeah,
around
it
the
was
S's.
the S's, yeah. Yeah, middle way through the S's. I was just on board with Jamie. Okay, just trying to look for battles now, and I think we have one with
Fruitful.
Javi and Fruitful. Yeah, Fruitful. Yeah, that's it.
So Fruitful now those fresh softs into P7. His next target.
Has Javi got wing damage?
Um.
No, he
No,
doesn't
he
look like it. It's just he was lifting quite a lot then through Rocco's roundabout. Come on, Fruitful.
I take it back. I think. I retract my statement. I don't think Fruitful finished 6th. I think he'll finish 5th on track.
5th on track.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's he got? Let's work this out.
He's got 6 tenths now to Mitch, and then he's got another 3.2 to Simply.
Yeah, he's got about 12 seconds to make up, which, yeah, Bullet Boy's got the pace to keep away from him, I think. But I'm going to go with P4 because Harrison David's going to get disqualified.
Oh yeah, on track. Yeah, on penalties.
Fruitful's going to jump up to P2, I think.
Potentially, with the lack of penalties, yeah. So here we go then, Fruitful up into what should be an easy. So there we go.
Simply is running a clean race as well. He's one warning away from his first penalty, but yeah, Simply's running a great race.
So we get massive changes to the finish results of this race.
Yep. I'm going to check Mitch, because Mitch is normally a clean driver.
I don't think I've seen Mitch have a penalty either at the moment.
He's had one warning, and respectably, I think he had a warning on the same lap as Al.
Right.
So, yeah. He's getting compared in the same light as Al. Take that any day.
So, Al is now up into P2. He has got past Harrison. So Al is now 1.6 behind Nolan. Interesting point as the hard tyre starts to come into his favour. Well, these guys are obviously sticking to the one stop because they would have pitted by now.
Simply, funnily enough, as you say, the one stop, Simply has just pitted again onto the softs. So he's on a 2-stop.
I wonder if that's the right choice.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think because he's had such a clean race, I think he was going to jump some positions.
Yeah, yeah. And the Mercedes is very close at the moment. I don't know if Harrison's staying behind Al as an order, and then maybe towards the end of the race they will look to battle.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Al's been patient. He's the sort of guy to want to win on track. So, I'll see. Yeah, I can see Al coming back at Nolan at the end. Probably lap 24, 25.
Yeah, it's crucial. Lap 22 now, or lap 22 of this race lap 22, lap 28. You got Nolan, Al, Harrison, Bullet Boy, Fruitful, Mitch, Xavi, Matrix, Jago, Simply Rush the top 10. Thomas also on fresh softs. Him and Simply are going to be battling it through the field. Fruitful, obviously inheriting P5 because of Simply's pit stop. He is 9.2 behind Bullet Boy. I think that's going to be a struggle on track, but like you said, with penalties, he's almost definitely going to be looking at a P2 or P3.
Yeah, Matrix is eyeing up Javi now. He's been getting closer and closer. He seems to be struggling a little bit more through the S's, but yeah, I think Matrix is on the hunt for Javi now.
Well, that's interesting because Matrix is on 17-lap-old mediums, which is one of the old people with the longest tyre usage, whilst Javi is on 13-lap-old mediums. So it shows you the pace Matrix has today. Unfortunately, had to pit early, or decided to pit early, and yeah, has had to come through the field. He's sort of P8 at the moment behind his teammate.
Yeah, Al's slowly gaining now on Nolan. He's taken about 3 tenths out that lap, or 2 tenths actually.
Oh, another penalty.
Yeah, any moment now. Harrison David, he must be imminent. Ooh, has Nolan just? No, I don't know if that was my game going funny, but on my screen, Al then was only 0.8 of a second away from Nolan, so I thought Nolan must have made a mistake, but yeah, me yabbering on about something that didn't even happen.
A glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a very even pace at the moment between Nolan and Al. And fair play.
Ooh,
he had a bit of a moment.
Gonna be close. Oh.
Nolan had a little rear moment, and he lost a few tenths.
Did I say lap 24?
Oh,
for
and Al's retired. Alp. Yeah.
Has he retired? Where is he? In the pit lane by the looks of it.
But it is yellow.
I think it was in the pit lane.
Yeah, I think he's crashed in the pit entry or something.
Yeah, you could have been right actually, because they're passing Alp on before the pit
turn.
box.
Yeah.
So, yeah, at the turn.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. Take a look at the help.
Let's have a look then. So Al Katir, he is gaining quite significantly now. It's another 2 attempts, so he's probably going to be in striking distance. Lap 25, end of this lap.
Yeah, I noticed Nolan's rears are starting to give up, and he's got 4 to go. Well, in fact, he's got 5.
Harrison's really having to push now to stay with the 1 second gap. So yeah, and obviously the more desperate Harrison is going to get to stay in DRS, the more corners he's probably going to cut. And I give him end of lap 25 in this race.
Yeah, the first sector, Nolan's losing a couple of tenths now, and that is a telltale sign of the rears starting to give up. Alp has confirmed it. He said he's done a coulthard and hit the wall on the entry of the pit lane.
We'll have to have Rocco's roundabout and Alp's pit lane. Unless you can think of a better name for that one, I'm sure someone in the chat can get a good name for it.
Well, look at this. Al's actually lost a bit of time, and Harrison's caught back up with him. So maybe the medium tyres guys around him are still showing relative pace. Will it die out? Will their tyres run out?
To be fair to Harrison, he has had a clean lap 24.
And Bullet Boy has been slowly, with those fresher tyres, slowly starting to creep his way towards them.
Yeah, I think looking at it, Fruitful is on for P2. Looking at the penalties.
What about Bullet Boy?
Really
how many penalties Bullet Boy had? I don't think he's had many.
Yeah, a significant amount. Yeah, he's on about 9, I think.
Okay.
2, 3. No, he's on 12 seconds. So.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, great race from Fruitful. Obviously keeping it clean and well, I'm saying great race. Still got plenty left.
Yeah, we got 3.5 to go now. So Matrix gets a 3-second penalty.
Cornell, I want to see you make a move, liven up this race for the last few laps. You want to finish first on track. J Ghost now on the back of Matrix. Javi's pulled away. So yeah, Matrix without tyre wear, 20 lap old tyres.
Wow.
He's a sitting duck now. And
Oh,
that's an interesting move from J Ghost.
Yeah, going off the track.
He went off the track and he cut it as fine as he possibly could to get the inside line there. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I think he had the move done. I don't know why he did that.
So that's interesting. Matrix is on 20 lap old tyres, which Nolan is about to creep into, and Matrix has pretty much lost all grip now. So we'll be expecting Nolan in the next lap. I reckon those tyres, or in this lap, I expect those tyres to start falling off, because Matrix is really struggling now.
For me, driver of the day is going to have to be Harrison David for having 3 clean laps in a row.
But at this rate, he's well, I don't know where he's going to finish. But then again, quite a few people have penalties themselves, so he probably won't finish too far down the line. But look at this, Bullet Boy's right with him now. And there's a Haas Ghost in the background. But yeah, this is a chance here. Harrison has got DRS, which could save him. And it does. But he runs a bit deep.
Yeah.
He's surely going to have to defend.
Yeah, just looking at that J Ghost's move. Like, for me,
he's run
obviously,
deep.
he had the...
Oh, he's run deep. Bullet Boy's down. He's... Oh, no, they made contact.
Oh, there's an incident. Oh, no.
I don't know if the racing
Bullet
point...
Boy into the Rolex sign. He's now got... Looks like he's got some overheating issues.
It'll be dirty
Sliding
tyres.
all over the place. And dirty tyres, yeah.
Well, that's put them completely out of contention with Al and Nolan. But to me, I think that was... well, I didn't see the contact part. But it's a similar thing to what Lego and Al had a couple of seasons ago around here. And in the end, fortunately, Bullet Boy avoided hitting the barrier and wing damage. But they both lost quite a bit of time, and Fruitful now is only 4 seconds behind them. And that will only help his cause. And Simply Rush is right alongside the racing point of J Ghost.
Yeah, looking at it, Ricky's just pointed out Mitch for P4.
Right.
Well...
But it's definitely going to help now.
Well, if Bullet Boy picks up one more penalty, could even get on the podium.
Has Mitch got no penalties still?
Yeah, Mitch with no penalties.
In which case, yeah, it's very close, isn't it?
Yeah, I think there's there's a big spin from Harrison there.
Oh.
But again, on that wheel, he must have been able to hold it together. But God, if I was, whether it's my connection to the stream, but if I had a spin like that, I'm never getting it back. Fair play.
Well, so we're going to have a battle for the finish. Fair play to Nolan.
Yeah.
He's been able to keep that pace going and is at 1.6. But yeah, the all Racing Point having a little look. Oh, he went deep.
Here we go. You're going to have the DRS now.
But he's got no ERS.
He's going to save it to the last, isn't he? Unless he's going to make the move now, which I don't think would make much sense. He should just stay behind him through the S's, focus on getting a good exit onto the straight, and then just, easy move.
Yep.
And Harrison's got very little to defend with.
Yeah, he's struggled to keep his tyres healthy, being behind Al this whole race. Or for this stint on the mediums. So here we go.
He is one warning away from getting kicked.
So here we go. He has no DRS this time. So Bullet Boy with all ERS. I'm sure Harrison's using it all as
Yeah.
well.
We'll see, we'll see. Let's go.
Oh, he's
I'm
got
going to stay on
through.
board. Easy move. Is he going to make a corner cut to get the position
No,
back?
fair play. He's kept it.
Nolan coming into sector 3 now. He's doing Rocker's roundabout.
Yeah.
Want to see him over the line for his provisional P1.
This is where it's interesting. So we find out who actually finishes where. Nolan gets a little
Bullet
slide
Boy
at the
making
end.
a move on Harrison.
Oh,
He's spanning out. He's going to let him through though. But this is going to play massively into Mitch's hands.
Well, Al the line to take the win. Nolan is in P2. Sorry, Nolan finishes P2 in the end with Al's penalty. Fruitful Coot gets past them both, so Fruitful does get a podium guaranteed. It could be even better. No, not quite. P2. Harrison's now coming through across the line with P4 ahead. Bullet Boy will get ahead of him, and Mitch, gets P4.
Will jump to P4. Yeah. Oh well, fair play to Bullet Boy. He, I saw like just the back end of it, but he did clip him and pushed Harrison wide, but he did then wait for him to repass, so fair play to Bullet Boy there.
They're all coming through. Thomas gets that P10, Harrison in the end. Harrison moves to P11 with all those penalties. He doesn't even get in the points. Wow. Wow. Thomas just got him 7/10 in the end to take that final point. So Harrison, who finished third on track, with all that issues on the final couple of laps, doesn't even get a single point for his work. Jamie finishes 12th. Charlie is going to be the last runner to come out in P13, but Al is our race winner in the end, comfortably due to no penalties. 7.8 clear of Nolan. Fruitful though gets a great recovery. He gets that podium. Fair play. Fair play on that prediction. I mean, he was helped massively by the scrapping at the end, but yeah, that's a good result for Fruitful. Damage limitation.
Yeah, definitely, really good race from him from the mediums. He'll be happy with that, and looking forward to asking him a few questions and what his expectations were for. I think he was P13, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah, so
yeah, great, really good. Yeah. Here's Racer.
I'd say Altakir. Well, it's either Al or Fruitful. Fruitful had a great recovery. Actually, no, I'll go for Fruitful. Fruitful because he made the right. The difference is because I think Al made the wrong tyre choice.
Yeah,
he could have
exactly
won
right,
outright. Yeah. Fruitful, but he did win and he got no penalties, so he's definitely top 2. But Fruitful is my driver of the day because of making the first stint work, and in the end kept out of trouble and got a brilliant third place.
Definitely. Do you want?
Yeah. Yeah, we can quiz him on that. I thought it was 2-spell. What was the 2? Or Al won the 2-spell. Al won the 2-spell award.
Didn't quite. I didn't have a good look at the end, but yeah, Mitch was clean. I think he only had one warning.
Hello. Just getting everyone in.
right-hander, and I knew this is going to get really bad. And yeah, it did. It
Yeah.
did.
For me, like, obviously Harrison had a lot of penalties, so in his mind, he probably thought he's got nothing to lose. And Bullet Boy obviously wanted to finish ahead on track, so yeah, really good battle to watch. But yeah, so I'll start. May as well start with you, Fruitful, till everyone joins. What was your expectations of that race from qualifying P14?
Well, I just made a mistake in qualifying. I misjudged how close everyone would be together. I just thought that maybe I could get P8, P7 with a bit of luck. But yeah, that didn't work out at all. So yeah, P14. Then I got hit from Carlsbury really hard. That it lost me around 6-7 seconds. And he just crashed everyone, like 2-3 guys maybe, into the grass. I don't know what he was doing, but that was just mental. And then it was just quite a lonely race till I stopped for the softs. I just had to get past everyone and then drive my own race to the guys in front.
Yeah, you were breezing past them when you went onto the soft tyre.
Yeah, pace difference was mental.
Yeah, it was. But obviously, without the time that you lost, then potentially you could have actually battled the guys up front. Cause,
I don't think I would
have
battled, but I would have got them on penalties.
Yeah, for sure. I think Al was clean, but yeah, you might have jumped. I think you were pretty close jumping Nolan for P2 actually.
He had 7.5. I finished 13.6 behind Al, so that would be 5-6 seconds.
Yeah. So no, it was, that little spin that you had potentially then could have cost you that extra position. But from where you were to fight back to a podium is unbelievable. And I think you were the driver of the day as well for keeping it so
Thank you.
clean. Yeah, great job.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I didn't expect anything from this race, to be totally honest.
What did you and Thomas try and sort anything with a toe for qualifying, or
No.
was it not there?
No, we just went on for the lap. Normally we would do it, but we had only one shot qualifying, so it was just all meant for himself.
Fair enough. Racer, have you got anything to ask?
I'm just thinking really, because you've pretty much gone through the majority of it. Was there any hairy moments really you had in that opening stint? Obviously, first lap is always a bit crazy, but that first stint was crucial because obviously whenever you choose the harder tyre, you've got to A, make sure you don't get any damage, and B, sort of you end up then being in the thick of it. How was that opening stint for you? Because it seemed like you got in a crucial area on the track, and then once everyone pitted, you were clear. But was it difficult in that first stage?
Well, I nearly got sandwiched after the first turn. Bullet Boy just came, and Gaspery just came just into me, and I had to brake really hard, so I lost there a few positions there. But that was the hairiest moment of all, I think. And just a lot of oversteer moments going into the last turn of the S's. Yeah, that's it really. Not really anything to worry about throughout the first stint.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's good. Well, congratulations. Great result and good recovery to take that P3. So, congratulations.
Thank you.
We got Al here. So, yeah. Congratulations, Al, on P1.
Yes, it was a horrible race. Gotta be honest. I just got so mad when the game put me the hearts.
Right.
I had selected everyone.
We did wonder what happened there.
Yeah, I had selected the mediums, but just on the moment I got to the pits, it just selected the hearts automatically. I don't know why.
Wow. Yeah, that's... yeah, at the time we were like, well, either he feels like he'll have the advantage at the end, but yeah, okay, so it wasn't a deliberate strategy. I mean, fortunately, you're super clean anyway. You got no penalties, so you do win the 2-spell award as well as the race victory today. But the opening, it seemed like a lot of you had the lead obviously, and that you were able to pull away because of the guys behind were struggling with overheating on the soft tyre at the end. But
Yeah,
that's
I knew I had a lot of very good tire wear management.
yeah. Were you surprised that you weren't able to catch Nolan at the end? Did you think like those because they pitted really early?
Yeah, I think that's really what saved me. The fact that they pitted so early, I think that was really decisive on the result of the race.
Yeah,
despite the penalties.
It was very even, really, for the last 8 laps. I think I was surprised the mediums didn't drop off just because of how early they pitted, but yeah, didn't get. I think maybe another couple more laps they would have really struggled. But no, in the end, unfortunately, you were just clean, and you never had the issue then. The threat with the win, really. So congratulations. I'll leave Faramir. Have you got any questions?
Yeah, it's just with the hard tyre, did you at any point think that they were going to come back at you, and did you want to win on track, or were you just happy then to sort of just win on penalties?
To be fair, on the first laps, I was just hoping that the mediums of the other guys just died out. I was just hoping that my heart started to kick on and started to work. But I really didn't know when that was going to happen. So yeah.
So
really
just a bit more of an educational one. So you said you were good for the overheating on your tyres. What sort of things do you change for that?
Setup and driving style.
Okay, and just going into that, like what sort of adjustments do you make?
I cannot say what type of adjustments I make.
Top secret.
I mean, you can.
Yeah.
Only Nolan.
Well,
Nolan knows what he's doing as well.
I think the main factor to save the tire is just drive smoother than in qualifying. Be smoother with the downshifts and with the braking and turning points.
Right.
Nolan, by the way, wasn't that good today on saving the tires. His tires died very early compared to mine. So
yeah, he was overheating. He was sliding everywhere, like on both stints. So
yeah.
And you looked, and like you said, you were very smooth on both stints. So yeah, I think that had a huge factor to play today.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, congratulations. Yeah, it was a good race. Nolan hasn't joined in, but that's fine. That's no problem. We managed to get P1, P3 interviewed. That's it for the Tier 1 guys here at the US Grand Prix. Tomorrow, 9 PM Eastern Time, is the Americas tier, so look forward to that to complete the round of events this week with Contest to Speed. We return next week after tomorrow's race conclusion. We move on to Singapore. So another
Germany next week.
Oh, sorry, Germany, not Singapore. Singapore after Germany, isn't it? Yeah, so we've got Germany next. A good close. I think it was going to have really good action at that track as well. Always really close. So yeah, look forward to seeing you guys then. Varamir, any last words?
Yeah, just a reminder that there's no race tomorrow as it's Thanksgiving, isn't it? So
yeah, I forgot. Sorry, there's my bad.
That's one penalty point.
Yeah, penalty point for me, plugging something that's not even going on. I'm fake news in the world. So there's no action till Monday for the Tier 3 guys next week at 10 PM UK time. But from all of us here, happy Thanksgiving to all the Americans watching and in our league, and we'll see you next week.